McClure, isn't it?
McClure.
And she said, I'd like to visit the grave. And he said, oh, I can do that. He had the little swivel chair, turned around to look it up, turned back around, she was gone. And then he went to the Historical Society a few days later or whatever, and on the wall was a picture of this woman, and he said, well, who's that? You know, and the woman said, well, that's Rebecca McClure. And he said that was the woman that was just in my office 2 days ago looking for her.
How about that?
Looking for her grave.
How about that? That's why it's one of my favorites.
Yeah, and but it just breaks my heart. I've lost so much sleep, you know, going over it. I don't know. I hate that they're resting side by side.
I can imagine. I can imagine.
I think any woman would.
Yes. Okay. Can we say another one of my favorites?
Of course.
Is. And it does, and this goes to show you that they don't always have to look like really, really haunted houses. I've lost my place on this one, but I'll find it in just a moment. It is, it just looks like a ranch house. It always is for rent, though, and it's in Waynesville.
Okay. Just a second here.
It's in Waynesville, and it wasn't always a ranch.
No, it was a two-story.
Before it was the ranch, it was a two-story house. And that's why it's so important that we research these stories, because what looks like, what could be the problem there? This doesn't look gothic, this doesn't look scary, this doesn't have the normal towers or the scary things that we associate with hauntings. And yet it is, and...
there it is.
Okay, excellent. And you have marked it also.
Okay.
You have marked it also. Now, does this really look like a haunted house? No. But horrific things happened here when it was a two-story house in the 1800s. How about a triple murder? Oh. So can you imagine why no one wants to rent this house? It's usually for rent. And I think it was a family member. Am I right, Karen?
Oh, yes, it was Willie. He was 18 years old, and he... and they believe he had an accomplice, but he always seemed to have been fascinated with death. And he went on a rampage and killed his mother, his aunt, and his 11-year-old cousin. And the mother was found by the door. The cousin, I believe, was, completely annihilated in the hallway. And his aunt, I think, met her maker in her bed. But they tried to... they were there for a week. No one found him for a week until finally the smells. But they got him, and they got him in jail, but he would never say who the accomplice was, so we don't know that.
But there were there were two of them that acted together.
But those poor, you know, women having this happen to them, and then they tried to clean out the blood stains. They tried to go on, and I have heard over and over from people, there's just no way. They'd clean up the blood, and a week later it'd be back. The stains would be back. And they would hear noises like an axe dropping upstairs. And it was just unlivable, so they just went, forget it, and tore it down and put up what you just showed, the benign-looking Rambler. And there's been instances ever since within there as well. Nothing that I don't think
ground.
Yeah, well, the thing is still there. It's just it's where it happened, you know, and you can't erase it away.
That is so exciting. Well, we're almost out of time, Karen, and we had so many other locations. I'm going to show these quickly, and you will have to get Karen's book, Cincinnati Ghosts, and read these for yourself. This is the Blue Tower of Sorrow. All of these have stories behind them.
That's also in Waynesville, so.
Waynesville. How about Newport, Kentucky, the lovely Southgate House?
It's gorgeous.
Beautiful architecture.
Yeah.
Here we have Promont in Milford. How about that? Now you can just see a ghost flying out of that tower.
You just know it is.
That is a gorgeous, gorgeous place. And there's so much to say about our one and only Bobby Mackey's, and that would take us at least 2 more hours, and we don't have that. But don't forget Bobby Mackey's Music World in Wilder.
He's in the book.
He's in the book.
I got new info too.
Yes,
so I went
she's
there
covered
several times.
Yes,
so.
and she spent a lot of time on Bobby Mackey's, probably the most haunted nightclub in the world.
Yes, I
Karen,
believe
we
so.
have enjoyed having you
thank
today.
You so much.
It's just been you're a great talker. I know you've enjoyed it as much as I have. Her book will be up at the end, and you will find out where you can purchase it. And again, now she's working on Ohio Ghosts, so be watching for that.
Yep, and Dayton Ghosts with my husband.
And Dayton Ghosts,
So, yes.
along with her husband, Doug.
Yep.
So you've been listening to Karen Laven today. As always, you be happy and keep smiling, and I'll see you soon.